are you all? Oh my goodness, it is, I feel like it's Sunday, but I know that it is really um, Saturday. And I'm going to be dual streaming again from um, Amazon. So welcome in, welcome in. So, good morning, everyone. I don't know how the rest of you are doing, but right now, this is, what day is it? I don't know. We're on Saturday, January 4th of 2025. And I've been sick now for 2 weeks. I think I'm getting there. But, you know, it's been a minute. I have 8 ounces of hot water in here. And now I feel like I need to put a little bit more. And I am, if you're new here, hi, I'm Beth. I'm known as Curvygirlbeth across socials. And well, for my life, I've been on either a weight loss or a weight management journey. And right now, I'm sort of on both, I guess you'd say. I think I'm a little bit on both. I'm trying to manage what I've already accomplished, which is, 21 years ago I had gastric bypass, and I let go of 230 pounds at that time, and kept that off, 90% of it, for about 15 years. Got lipedema diagnosis 2017, and it's been a show since then. And in the previous 22 and 23, I was either injured or ill or both. And in 24, was trying to come out of it. In May, started on a GLP-1 journey, and that has been miraculous for my inflammation. So over this past year, between November of 23 and November of 24, I let go of 50 pounds, and that was fantastic. I've been playing with about 5 pounds now in this past month. It's getting a little bit old, but also I haven't been doing much movement. I've been sick. I've I've had more of my gluten-free carbs that I've had in the past year. I've had them in this month. And so it all makes sense. And in my world, Monday the 6th is when the new year begins, because that's when school starts again. My son is a senior in high school, and so once school starts back for him, then it kind of like resumes for me. So what I'm doing right now, so with that in mind, I am coming in today to start my day off right with a protein drink. Although I have been on a GLP-1 journey in the past, since October, so let's call it 2 months, it's been a little bit of a, not consistent. I haven't had the meds every week. I haven't, like now, I haven't had my meds since, I don't know, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Maybe I haven't had it for a month. Is that true? I don't know. I don't think so, but maybe. But right now, personally, I was very concerned about this illness that I was dealing with, and I didn't know if I was going to end up in the hospital, and I didn't want to have to deal with having had the meds in my body in case something went awry. So I opted not to take it. So I will be resuming that this week. I have to decide if I'm going to do it at the beginning of the week or just wait. I usually like to take my shot on a Friday, so we'll see how I decide to do that. But right now, even without taking the shot, I still have the effects of fullness, and I think that comes with having had the gastric bypass. And even if I have been having, like my idea of eating gluten-free things that I like don't usually eat is like one gluten-free cookie a day. So there's not any kind of a volume thing, but I definitely am reactive like immediately, especially when I'm not on the meds, for sure. When I'm on the meds, I'm not really having that kind of thing, so I can't really say. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, so right now I'm like, okay, we need to start the day with a protein drink, and I want to come in with my favorite one today. I love to have a protein hot chocolate, but they've been out of stock. So I'm like, well, let me go for my tasty kind of well, this is good for any time of day, but one product that I've used now for over 20 years is the Nectar by Syntrax. When I had gastric bypass, I was not a person who was having the chocolate protein drinks, vanilla strawberry. That was not my jam. The only chocolate thing I had was that protein hot chocolate, which I still do have till this day. And the same with these. My favorites, these are two of my favorites, and then there's another one that I used to like to have, which was Twisted Cherry. Love that so much. And I think the reason, I forget, it has something in it right now that doesn't go. I have 26 food allergies, and so there's a lot of things I have to balance, especially when looking at supplementation products. I am very allergic to stevia, and a lot of the products have stevia. These do not, and so that's I'm thankful that they're keeping their original formulation. So what I decided to do today is I'm just amping it up a bit, and that's why you saw me with the tea. So I'm going to usually use a base of water, right? Or maybe if you're making a chocolate one, you use coffee and you make it a proffee. And so, but today I'm going to tap into lemon balm, which has a little stress kind of component. It's got some medicinal benefits of helping to calm the nervous system, support digestion, and kind of take a little edge off of the stress, probably because you're doing those other two things. And it has a light and citrusy taste. And then I'm using some green tea from Lipton, which, this one has a hint of jasmine, which I love jasmine. And it also provides, it's not very high on the level of caffeine because I try to stay away from caffeine as much as possible. So this is considered 60 to 30 milligrams for an 8-ounce cup, and that's what I did make it in. But then of course I'm going to up the water to make the protein drink. And then this has, I was trying to see where it says it, but it doesn't. But this, oh, here it is. 100 milligrams of flavonoids, and that's what I'm after with that today, the flavonoids. I am keeping this on alert. I guess I should be tagging these as we go along, shouldn't I? I do have, I am streaming from both Amazon and YouTube, and I am pinning things as we go on both. So, in any case, this is, one of those powdered tea mixes. This is like from back in the day before you could go get a coffee or tea on any corner. You would make this at home. Imagine that. You'd make a drink at home, and you'd actually drink it at home. You didn't carry it with you. People survived in the streets all day without actually having additional drinks. It was amazing. It was an amazing time. I don't joke though. I mean, I'm not kidding. This is how we survived. So anyway, this, and we would have one. We would have one. I don't know, maybe our cups were 10 ounces then. Who knows? But the serving size of 8 ounces was not far off. Oh, let's see. Okay, now they're talking about 12 ounces. Whatever. Anyway, I digress. I'm holding this aside because if I feel like I want to have a different taste to it, I will add a little bit of this. But I think what I've decided today is that my flavor profile is going to include the iced tea, or it's called lemon tea, and the fuzzy navel, which is kind of a peachy orangey thing. This would be is like a great substitute for, like, if you were an orange juice drinker and you needed some protein. These are not creamy or heavy. These are very light, and so you'll see as I make it. I'm gonna start with I'm going to use this Cochinari blender, which I love. I have the red one. I think it comes in black also. And I'm gonna, I think this is, I still want to have this steeping a little bit more. And since I made it so hot, I'm gonna put regular water. Now let me just verify. Okay. I'm going to tell you now, I typically put more than the water that it says, for sure. So I guess I'm going to put about 3 ounces of water, because then it's not really too much more than what they said. And I'm going to use a whole, oh, you know what, that'll be good. If I put in, oh, that's delicious. I love this. This is really smart. They have this little closure that comes with the bag. It attaches to the cup when it arrives, and then you just break it apart. Okay, so since I'm going to do 2, I'm going to do a scoop and a half. I'm going to make it primarily, wait, so what did I do with the water here? So I've got about 5 and 8 is 13. Okay. I'm putting in a whole scoop of the lemon tea, and then I'm just putting in about a half a scoop of the fuzzy navel for a little kick. Just a little kick. It's like, you know, like when you have like a peach tea or a raspberry tea or something like that. And then I'm just going to blend it up. And voila. Now I think I can pour this in. Get it really going. But I'm not going to want it hot. Oh, that's weird. There was like a little bubble that was a weird formation. That's kind of interesting because it kind of tastes good as a, like a warm tea. I didn't really think of that. Who knew? Who knew? It's actually really nice like that. But I don't think I want to drink it like that. I think I want to have it like icy. Although, I gotta say, that is an idea. So you can see how it's a little bit, this is really foam. This is really foam. That's what you're really seeing. It's gonna, can you see the bottom? This is how it's gonna come out. It's gonna come out clear like that. But I'm gonna put some ice in it now. Feeling, I think I just got, I have a feeling that this is not going to be enough ice to make it cold. So let me put more. And I think I would have had to keep it keep it hotter if I was going to drink it warm. This is a little bit too, I'm afraid if I put it back in the microwave, it would be like a curdle. I'm afraid of that. Well, let's just see what happens with this. Now, I think it tastes good enough without putting in the additional iced tea mix that I talked about earlier. But I do want it to get a cold. So I think I'm just going to go the old-fashioned route and put actual ice cubes in it. And here we go. Now I will remind you that when you do put in the ice cubes, it does dilute it a bit. So the flavor is not as strong as it was. So maybe I'm going to put a little more. I'm going to put a little more of both. It's like a quarter scoop. I'm really particular when I make my protein drinks. I like to use the frother so that it doesn't get any lumps. And I just basically put it into the, it makes like a little whirlpool. And that's worked for me like a charm for 20 years, so. More than 20 years, actually. Anyway. Okay, we're back. Yep. Okay. You see it coming through in the bottom here? That's a lot of foam. And it likely will taste better once it's not just foam either. Because the flavors will meld together much better. So that's it for a Saturday morning in January. It has a great taste. It's if you are not a experienced protein drink person, I say try this because it tastes like a like if you put a flavor packet in something, it tastes like that. Now I also know people who will, in the lemon tea, instead of flavoring it like with tea, what I did, or what I suggested even with the iced tea, is they'll use like a packet of lemon Crystal Light as part of their base, and that kicks it up a little bit, another notch. So there's all kinds of tips and tricks. Let me know in the comments if that's something that would be helpful to you to hear more about. the tips and tricks to help keep off 180 pounds over 21 years. To me, it's just rote. But I realize that other people can't even conceive of how that's possible. So let me know. Let me know if that would be something that would be helpful to you. And I think that's something I'm going to focus on this year. I think everybody can use some tips and tricks of what, what are some weight management tricks? What can work for you? And yeah, there's so many different things that we contend with, right? So anyway, thanks for sharing some time. Jump into the items and see which ones hit your fancy. But I will tell you that these Syntrax nutrition these are made with native whey protein isolate. I think I probably forgot to mention any of that. They're kosher and halal. They're RBST free. They're grass-fed whey. They mix instantly. They have very refreshing flavors, a variety of them, and they are lactose and gluten-free as well. And so they provide about 23 grams of protein in each scoop, a full scoop, and and they are 100 calories per scoop. So great way to start the day, also great way to end the day as well. The ingredients are pretty clean for protein drinks, and then if you are someone who is not stevia sensitive, they have other profiles as well that you can look at. These just happen to be my two favorites, and like that twisted cherry that I told you about. Yum! I might have to get that. I have to go back and look at the ingredients to see why is that? Why have I not been having that? Maybe it's a dye thing. I'm trying to stay away from dyes also. Don't remember. There's so much to think about when you're allergic to 26 foods. It's a little bit crazy. So anyway, I hope you all have a great day. I'll see you again. If you were here last night when I was doing my straightening of the hair, the funny part was that it was really damp outside. And so practically by the time I walked into the movie theater, it was already coming up, so I am going to try later today to see if I can get it really. And I'm also going to see if I have any products that are good for straightening. Since I'm not a straightener, I don't know if I really have any products. I think I do, but I'm not sure. So I got to go check that out. So stay tuned. If you're here, give me a follow and turn on your notifications, because I don't have a set time to be here, but I am planning to be here on most days. So I'll see you again. Bye for now. See ya. See ya. Thanks for being here. Make sure you hit that notifications button, and make sure you're signed up for my email list, okay? Because who knows what's happening on these socials? Who knows, okay? See ya. Bye.